Mattel began the Glow Racers line in late 2023 with three really cool singles, of course, those being McQueen, Mater, and Cruz Ramirez. And then they also did a four-pack, which just reissued all of them with the addition of Will Rush. But now we finally have Will Rush, who was previously exclusive in his Glow Racer form, as a single. So I don't even have to get that four-pack. I probably still will if I can ever find it, but so far as of now, it has not hit Canada. I hope it does one day though, because it has a great presentation. Either way though, I'm super happy that Mattel has decided to release Will Rush in his Glow Racer form as a single because it just makes it a lot easier for me here in Canada to get him and review him for you guys. So yeah, welcome on back everyone to the Cars Garage. I'm so excited for this review of Will Rush today because I think he is probably going to end up being my new favorite Glow Racer. I know I say that pretty much every time I review a new one, but I've just always loved Will Rush. I remember when he first came out, just in his regular form in 2021, and he was like the first new car of the year pretty much, and I just thought, that's so cool. And I actually found like four of them at Walmart right away, too. Like it was so early on. Actually, no, it was late in the year. In 2020, it was like Christmas time. I went to look for Christmas presents for my family, and I remember finding Will Rush and all these other brand new cars, not really new cars, but they were new to me. And I just thought it was the coolest thing ever. Case A of 2021 singles, I believe he was in. But now he's here about 4 years later, I guess three technically, in a brand new way. And that is, of course, obviously he's in his Glow Racer paint job and he looks really cool. Obviously, he's the Vinyl Toupee Next Gen number 76. If you do not know, the Glow Racers packaging, I've talked about it many times before, but I might as well zoom in and take a look at McQueen up close. Too bad that they won't give these Glow Racers their own unique artworks, but oh well, I guess it's alright, you know. Either way, it's still cool. Great looking packaging. Love the darkness, and I love the big, giant bubble blisters that these Glow Racers always have. I don't understand the colors on the name tags, though. Like, I don't get it. They're obviously like every single Glow Racer is pretty much, had like two prominent colors on them. And for whatever reason, some of these name tags do tend to correspond to their paint jobs. Like this one's good for McQueen and Mater, and I mean not really Cruz. Like yeah, she's blue, right? Blue and yellow. So I don't know. Like some of them do correspond to their paint jobs, and some of them don't. And obviously for this one, it kind of does because they're yellow. But obviously there's no purple; it's red. So I don't get it. But there's also another one, another version of this, which I believe Chase Racelot had. Just reviewed him. Yeah, he did. He had green and red. So I don't know why they like to change the color on top sometimes, but it doesn't always like correspond to the paint job. So I just don't get it. I don't get Mattel sometimes, but weird to see so many cars in the back. This is the first time I've seen that with the Glow Racers card back. Got Dinoco Cruz, Laney McQueen, Chase Racelot, who I just reviewed, Mater, and then Fillmore. These two were first in the E case, and Will is in the F case, and I did not find Fillmore. So I don't know if I found case E or F. I must have found a little bit of both, or maybe I just found F because Will was in it. I think these guys are in F2. Although I forget, I'm not really too smart on the Glow Racers cases. I just don't really care that much to look into it, but I am really excited to bust open Will Rush here. So without any further ado, let's do this, guys. I am shocked at how one simple accent color being swapped out can make such a huge difference on this car's design here. Glow Racers Will Rush, he really does look incredible, and all they really did was swap out some of the accent colors for obviously the classic Glow Racers yellow. It's that faded kind of lemony kind of yellow, and I really do like it. I love how they gave him the yellow wheels. That looks so cool. And they even made his rims turquoise now. They were never turquoise before. But just a few little color swaps really do change this guy's complete look. And I think for the better. I think he looks absolutely phenomenal in his new Glow Racers paint job. And I can't wait to see how he actually glows in the dark. He does not have a different expression though. For whatever reason, he does have different colored eyes now. I have no idea why. They're green instead of blue. I don't even know if that's accurate. It probably isn't. They probably should be blue because they started off being blue, so I'd assume that is an inaccuracy, but whatever, not really a huge deal. Now, let's zoom it on in and take a closer look at this guy. I think he looks so awesome. I really do love how the purple matches with the yellow. Obviously, this grid pattern that he has all over his body pretty much, except for in the front, that is all yellow now, all these squares. They are no longer that light purple color. Before you could like barely see them, but now looks like they enlarged them too, and they made them yellow, obviously, and it just completely changes Will's whole design. And I just love it so much. I think it looks so great. Obviously, they made the spoiler yellow now too, and changed the text to that turquoise color. And then they obviously changed the color on top from black to yellow. So hopefully, well, I'm sure that'll all glow. Seems like yellow is the color that glows the best with these glow racers. Although Chase Racelot, he's all green and he glows really nicely too. So I think green and yellow are the best colors because as we have seen before, darker colors like red and well here I don't think the purple will glow. And like, on McQueen and Mater, the only colors that really glowed on them were the yellow. So I don't think the darker colors really glow too well, so I'm assuming the purple will not glow. But maybe it'll kind of look like it's glowing because of all of the yellow lines that he has all around his design. Like maybe it'll almost give off the appearance that the purple is glowing. That would be pretty cool. Either way, though, Will Rush is the Vinyl Toupee Next Gen, so there is the Vinyl Toupee logo there. Always have loved this Next Gen. I think he's probably maybe the best looking Vinyl Toupee racer. Like out of all the Piston Cup racing sponsors, I think that Vinyl Toupee has had the most changes made to it. Because when it started off in Cars 1, 2006, Krusty Rotor was the Vinyl Toupee stock car, and he was just completely different looking from Will Rush here, of course. He had a like pinkish type of design. It was like a lavender, I guess, kind of color. And then with Cars 3 stock car, Rev Rotages, for some reason they changed it to like a white and brown kind of color scheme. It kind of reminded me of like an old lodge of sorts. I don't know. It was cool though. I like it a lot. I wish I had Rev Rotages. And then obviously with Will Rush, they just changed it once again, kind of back to the older kind of look, but in a more modern way. More drastic, darker colors, and then the yellow to really pop, obviously, and now it pops even more because on the original Will Rush, the yellow parts were always a bit more like a golden yellow, and he didn't have as much of it, obviously. He did have the yellow on his bumper down here, but it was more gold, and then he did have some trim on his rims that was yellow, and a little bit of trim down there. All of his contingency sponsors, they were yellow. The toupee text was always yellow, but now there's just a lot more yellow, and it really pops, really mixes well with the purple. I like it a lot. I love the triangle here with the blue. The yellow really pops off the blue nicely. Very cool. I love how the vinyl text is cursive and the toupee is not. It really does stand out. It's probably one of the most uniquest, I don't know if that's a word, uniquest, but either way, it's definitely one of the most unique, I guess, Piston Cup racing sponsors because of how much it's changed over the years and just how fun it seems. Like the colors on every single Vinyl Toupee racers have always been really, really nice. I really do appreciate that Mattel seems to emulate that too with these die casts. I think they do a great job with all of the Vinyl Toupee racers. On the side, though, really not a whole lot other than the 76 and all of the squares there to make up the grid design, but you can tell that near the front, his purple color is definitely lighter than it is towards the back. Like in the back, it's more like a plum purple, whereas in the front, it's more like a dark lavender kind of. So I didn't even realize that he does have a gradient. I guess that's why, yeah, I mean, look at that. The grid doesn't really, well, it's not really there in the front, it doesn't really show up there as well because it just kind of like fades off into a gradient there, which is pretty cool. It's very seamless. I do like this design a lot. I really am a huge fan of the turquoise rims. No trim on them, it's just all turquoise, and then the yellow tires, but they look incredible. He is obviously different from Chase because he had green rims or green tires, whereas all of the other ones that we have reviewed so far have always had yellow tires. So they did him with the original one, so I guess that makes sense. I'm not sure what color Fillmore's tires are. I feel like they're yellow, so it seems like they reverted back. They just keep kind of going back and forth. They can't decide whether to make the Glow Racers tires green or yellow, but I think it would be kind of nice, I guess, if they were all consistent and they all had yellow tires. So Chase, you're the odd one out, I guess, but I guess his tires kind of fit his color scheme, so that's cool. And I mean, there's supposed to be more Glow Racers coming. I feel like we've been waiting a long time to get the new ones, but I think Ryan Inside Laney's coming out before long, and then I think Sally they said is coming out. Even Ray Reverham, Jackson Storm's crew chief, and then hopefully Jackson Storm himself will get a metal release eventually. I think Ramon's coming out too soon, but they did get released as plastic ones. I do have Jackson Storm right here, but he's just plastic, so he's not that great. Hopefully his metal release will come out soon, though. Anyways, contingency sponsors, same as they always have been: Piston Cup, Combustor, Carbon Cyber, and Synergy. I feel like maybe they should have made them white, because they don't really show up too well with all of the grid pattern in the background. Kind of makes it hard to see. That's a weird spot for his gas cap. I never realized that's where it was at. That's weird. I guess it was there before. Just kind of weird. Never realized that before. The 76 no longer has any white on it, though, which makes sense because if it was white, it probably wouldn't glow. I do like how it's like split in the middle and has like lines going through it in the bottom half, though. Very cool. Another Vinyl Toupee logo on the back there, back of the fender. And then on the back, unfortunately, he does have his rookie racing stripes, just like Chase Racelot had. I don't like that. It doesn't make any sense. Like, this glow race is supposed to be happening, I mean, probably when the line started in 2023. So why do they still have rookie racing stripes? Like 6, 7 years into their racing career, it doesn't make any sense to me. Did Cruz have? No, Cruz didn't have them. So Cruz doesn't have them, but these other guys who have been racing longer than Cruz do have them. That doesn't make any sense. Just a stupid error on Mattel's part. They shouldn't have done that, but whatever. Cool taillights, though. I've always loved Will Rush's taillight design. I think he's the only next gen to have this unique taillight design, which is cool, but I might be wrong. It's definitely one of the more like uncommon ones, though. It's really nice. 76 on the back over that ugly looking rookie racing stripe, which just doesn't match with the design at all. And then some little turquoise lines there, a little bit of yellow trim. Everything looks really good on Will. I really do like him. I love how his vinyl top is just a fake vinyl top. It's supposed to look like a vinyl top. Well, it was supposed to before when it was black. Now it's yellow. So I don't think it's really supposed to emulate that anymore. Because Vinyl Toupee is supposed to be like, kind of like, I guess just like for your hair, like to make your hair, I don't know, if you're balding, I guess, to try to make you look like you have hair, I guess. Spray paint a vinyl top, I don't know, because this is like an area where a car would have hair, even though they don't have hair. Just kind of a carified version of like some kind of hair repair company, I guess, in real life. I don't know which one they're trying to emulate, but I think that's what it's supposed to be a parody of, kind of. Anyways, Vinyl Toupee text there on the spoiler, very cool yellow spoiler. And this side is the exact same. They didn't really change that. Little triangle down there, though, next to the exhaust to show the pit crew where to lift them up at to change the tires, I think. And then, yeah, his expression is no different from the original Will, as we already mentioned, but he does have a nice little frown there. His eyes, it looks pretty angry. And the base, it doesn't look like they really did much down there. Just S41A for the date stamp, and then his really cool looking yellow tires. I am a big fan of that. Funny that he has a black base, whereas with Chase they changed it to gray. And then, I guess Cruz has like a brownish base, so I don't know. Kind of inconsistent, but oh well. Anyways, let's compare Will to his original Will diecast a little bit more, just more zoomed out, so you guys can get the full comparison. We already went over all the changes, though. They really just changed a lot of the accent colors to that cool glowing yellow color, which I like. I like that they did that. I think all the changes they made are pretty cool. I think this is a really nice new variant of Will Rush. He looks really cool. I don't know why they changed his eye color, though. I really don't. That doesn't make any sense at all. Anyways, though, in classic Glow Racers review fashion, I believe it is now time to turn off the lights and see how Glow Racers Will Rush actually glows in the dark. Whoa, does he ever glow in the dark? That looks insane. Wow, they really went all out with this glow feature on Will Rush. You can actually see every single one of the squares glowing like sunshine. Wow, I didn't think those would actually glow that well, but they definitely do. Even his tires glow pretty nicely. Usually the tires, because they're plastic, I find never glow that well. Although that doesn't make any sense because the spoiler, maybe it's just because they're on the ground so they're not exposed to the light as much to charge them up. I don't know. But the spoiler glows really well. You can actually read the Vinyl Toupee text on it. Wow, same with the logo on the hood. You can actually read that says Vinyl Toupee. His eyes even kind of show up a little bit. They almost have a little bit of glow to them. His bumper glows really nicely. Number 76 on the side, you can really see that. And even the little logo on the back a little bit. A little bit of the logo on his rear end, you can kind of see a little bit. And then, oh, we got the, you guys hear that song in the background. That's the washing machine making a silly sound back there. But yeah, he looks really cool. Wow. I can't believe how good he glows. I mean, I really shouldn't be surprised at this point. All the other glow racers glow really nicely too. Does he glow better than Chase Racelot? Honestly, I don't think so. I think the green glows a little bit better, but just because this is really unique, seeing all the individual squares glowing like that, I think I like Will Rush better, which means is he my favorite glow racer? For glowing at least? I don't know. I mean, for glowing, I think Chase is the best because he just glows the best, obviously, as you guys can see. But I think still, honestly, just looking at the car itself, my favorite one would probably still be Mater, even though he doesn't glow the best. I mean, he glows all right. His tow cable glows really nicely. But I just think his design is cool because they really changed it a lot. But Will Rush might have to be my second favorite glow racer overall. He looks really, really awesome. They definitely did a great job with them. But yeah, I mean, there he is. I guess I might as well turn the lights on now so we can wrap up this video. It really does seem like every single glow racer I review just seems to be better than the one I reviewed before, which is really cool. I really do like them all. I think, like I said, my favorite is still probably Mater, and then second favorite is definitely Will Rush because he just looks drastically different in the day and the night. But Chase Racelot really does glow the best, like when compared to all the other ones that they've done so far. So I mean, I got to give it to him for the glowing. I think he's the best glower, but I think that Will and Mater are probably just the best looking ones in the daytime at least. But let me know what you think of this brand new variant of Will Rush down in the comments below. Do you like him better than his original variant? I think I do. At least for now. Maybe it's just recency bias, but I do think he looks really cool. Either way, and I just can't wait to see more from the Glow Racers line in the future. Hopefully, Ryan Inside Laney will glow really nicely, and Fillmore, I've heard he glows really nicely. Hopefully I can get him soon. I'm sure I'll be able to. I did find the case that came before Fillmore, so you'd think that I'd be able to find. Oh, wait, no. Fillmore came out of the E case. Will is newer than these two. I'm getting confused. Than Fillmore and Chase, right? And he came out of the F case, and hopefully it'll be reissued in more cases so I can get a second one to keep in the package. And maybe eventually I'll be able to find his 4-pack. But oh, yeah, before you go, I did want to point out when I was turning the lights on and off, doing the old switcheroo, I looked over there on my Glow Racer or just my regular Will Rush 2-pack with Tim Treadless because they did do that in 2024. They're doing that right now. They have him in another 2-pack this year, which is pretty cool. So you can get both versions in the same year. But anyways, I was looking at it, and I did realize that on the artwork he does indeed have green eyes, so I guess this is an improvement. They actually gave him the right colored eyes this time. I didn't realize his eyes were the wrong color before, but yeah, technically he shouldn't have blue eyes. He's supposed to have green eyes. So that's cool. A nice little improvement there, making him more accurate to how we see him in Cars 3, and went right over my head. I didn't even realize that his eyes were the wrong color all this time. Anyways, though, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope that you did enjoy this video. And with that, I'll see you guys next time right here on the Cars Garage.